technology, the totality of what makes man is what we bring to you here on this sponge. We give you the information that you need, from business to economy to politics.
Hello and welcome to Ben TV. It's your girl Phoebe Daji here presenting on location today, and I'm privileged to be sitting here with a guru. Yes, I'm telling you, he knows one or two things about properties, and he is none other than Mr. Edward Akinlade, all the way from Nigeria, and he has one or two things to educate us people here in diaspora. So you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Well, you look fine. Well, without much further ado, you're here to get a very important message across, and that is the Suru homes.
Yes.
Okay, I've never heard of it, so please, what is Suru Home?
Right. Suru Home is a company that I set up in Nigeria, 2007, after spending about 15 years in real estate in England. And what was I doing in England? I was in real estate development, buying property in auction, doing it up, selling, and new build all over London. So I decided 2007 to go to Nigeria, do the same thing. And we specialized in real estate in the three core area, which is the middle class, affordable, and also the luxury market. But we actually started more in Ikeja GRA, where at that time we invested in almost 22 acres of land in Ikeja GRA. And then we branched into hotel. So we own Best Western Hotel in Ikeja. We own Suru Express Hotel in Ikeja. We also own Suru Express Hotel in Surulere. So that's a brand that we're expanding now into Ikoyi and also into Lekki. So those are some of the background to what we do. But what we are now doing is that we now believe that we should encourage more of Nigerian diaspora to come back to Nigeria. And how do we do that? That is what we're here for.
Yeah, so you are now actually based in Nigeria, but you have a road show coming up. Okay, so tell us more about that, please. Well,
we've packaged a number of our real estate development that is ongoing in Lagos at the moment, and we've decided that let's come and present it to Nigerian diaspora here, tell them what they are, how we can assist them, rather than going for a mortgage, easy payment plan. So we've decided that we should do two roadshows in UK, one in Manchester and one in London. So a date has been fixed. The Manchester will be held on the 14th of August. London will be on the 15th of August. So that is the package. And we are shouting, and that's why I'm here.
Exactly, that's why you're here. So the one in Manchester, do we have a location for that?
Yes, we have a location for the Manchester, in Piccadilly, Manchester. Right. There's an hotel there called Doubletree by Hilton. Mm-hmm. So that is and it's on number 1 Piccadilly in Manchester. That is what we're using. And the time for it is actually from 17:30, which is, I think, 5:30 to 8 o'clock. Okay. On that 14th.
And that's on the 14th. And then here in London?
Yes, in London, which is on the 15th, same time. Okay. 5:30 to 8. But that is going to be taking place as Hilton London Olympia. Right. Which is on number 380 Kensington High Street.
Okay.
Yes.
So for those of you who live in Manchester and London, these are the information. If you are waiting and wanting to hear more about relocating to Nigeria, this is the guy to come and meet on the day and talk to. So what exactly is the mission behind all this?
Our people need to go back to Nigeria. Yes, I know what you're going to say. Go back to what? Mm-hmm. Yes. Come back to Nigeria. We have a product for you. We have, rather than you go to Nigeria and stay in a hotel, we can help you to own your own home. So it's a combination of houses and flats that we're building, we're selling. So the mission is just to assist you. And rather than you pay for all of it, the product we have, we're saying deposits only 40%. And then we give you 2 years to pay the balance on either a monthly, quarterly, annually payment plan.
We hear so much stories about Nigerians, about people going to Nigeria, wanting to go to Nigeria in good faith, and have invested so much of their time, their resources, and what exactly is the guarantee for you, especially because you are one of the many?
If you want to get credit in this country, one of the things they will say is that they want to do your credit history status. I think for us, I would suggest that everybody go onto our website, which is suruhome.com. Go and look at what we have done over the years. SURU homes.com. Go and see what we have done. Look at our previous projects. I think that is where a lot of people get it wrong. When you want to invest in a homes company like ourselves, find history. Look for people who have actually bought from them before. Hear what they've said. Testimonial. If you cannot find it, it's like somebody just drop in now and said, my name is Edward Akinlade, and you do a Google. You can't find him. That person doesn't exist. Yes. So if you don't have that history, so one of the things that we did in the past is that we developed about 26 townhouses in a place called Ibeshe, Ikorodu. Right. And actually, the majority of the people who bought it from us are diaspora from America and also in the UK. So we have history. If you want reference, we can say this is what we have done. And I think since 2007 that we have been in real estate development, we must have done nothing less than 1,000 homes dotted all over Lagos. No. The way I looked at it is that when you are 60, 70-year-old, please.
So for people who are
you're looking into the future. If you're 50 or 40 now, what I'm saying to you is invest in a home in Lagos. If you're not going to be staying there, rent it out. So that by the time you are 50, 60, 70, you want to relocate back to Nigeria, something will be there for you. And if you look at, say, 10 years ago, look at house prices in Nigeria. And now, well, you name the area, it has gone up.
Yeah, it's like everywhere in the world.
Yeah, well, it has, but obviously, you know, that you usually have a correction in the UK that will take you back to where you're coming from. It's unlikely for that to happen in Nigeria. And the main reason is because we don't use mortgage in Nigeria. So the bank can't tell you anything. Most of I would say probably 90% of house purchase in Nigeria is done by cash. But what most developers now, like us, are doing is that we don't want you to come and pay 100% in a go. If you do, we'll give you a discount. Okay. But what we're saying is that pay 40%, we'll give you up to 2 years to pay the balance. So it's not going to be bulky on you. But my own objective to this is actually to say to you, you can come to Nigeria, we will assist you, we will support you in owning a home. Country is not for old people. Even the whites, you see what they're doing. They're packing up going to Spain. You cannot survive here in this weather when you are of old age.
What exactly, you said there's no mortgage and 40%. 40% of what percentage? What exactly? Because let's do a role play, for example. Okay, so hello, I've seen your program and I'm thinking of actually coming to Nigeria to explore my ideas. What exactly are you going to tell me? Because that's where it starts from. It starts from a phone call. It starts from idea coming to life.
I think two things comes into play. And for me is, what is your budget?
Okay.
What location do you have in mind?
Okay.
Those are the very, very important things.
Right.
So if, for example, you decide you want to stay in Ikeja,
right,
I will say to you, you have two choices with us. We can get you a flat off Awolowo Road. Okay. We're selling that off plan at the moment for 40 million. 3-bedroom with BQ, 40 million naira. Okay. If you want to come into Ikeja GRA, we can get you a townhouse for 65, 70 million. Okay. So those are the two things. So it depends on your budget. It goes like this. You will fill in a form.
Right.
We will allocate one of the units to you. Right. We expect you to pay the 40% on signing that form. Okay. And once you sign, so from the time you pay 40%, you will now have 2 years to pay the balance. Okay. Now, within that 2 years, we will have completed the development. Exactly. You will move in.
Okay.
But we will not give you the title to the property until you finish paying.
Paid for. Okay.
Yes. And over the years, we've also had people who have defaulted. So what we sort of do is, once you default, we will sell the property and refund your money. So we don't.
So there's money back guarantee.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't sort of say you've lost out of it. No.
Okay.
Because what will happen is that by the time we complete that project, the house will have even gone up in value. But what we will focus on is returning the deposit you have paid.
Exactly.
You won't share in the profit.
Of course,
No.
of course. So you said approximately it takes 2 years to build this. What is the default purpose? Do I default if in 1 month or 3 months? What is the cutoff point?
Well,
Because
the default is that if we agree that you're going to be paying every month or S amount every month, and for a period of 3 months,
okay, so it's 3 months.
you fail,
Okay.
then we will intervene in that matter and says, look, the best thing to do, let's just sell, return your money, and everybody's happy.
So the only thing that comes to mind with people going to Nigeria, we're hearing a lot of negativity right about now. I mean, you're coming from the aspect of the housing issue. Obviously, they're not just going to come without having a purpose. So light, security, all those things, how does that come into play in the area?
Almost all the development we do, those services are there, in the sense that there is an estate management service.
Okay.
So, in terms of security, it depends on the location. If you are in luxury location, we will also provide 24 hours electricity for you. But if, for example, you buy in an area like Ikorodu, sorry, you have to put up your own generator in your own house or in your own flat. Because the service charge of running that, the people in Ikorodu will not be able to afford it. Let me give you an example.
Yes.
You buy into one of our estates in Ikeja GRA, a townhouses. You will pay a service charge of 2 million in a year. But the people who live in Ikeja GRA are used to that. So if you don't pay that 2 million, it means that you need to run your own generator, run your own security, run your own home, run your own swimming pool, and pay NEPA. But what we are saying is that for that 2 million, it covers everything. Now, so if you're in Ikorodu, you buy into one of our estates, and we come to you to come and pay 2 million. You look at it like, what are you talking about? So do it yourself. So it depends on the location.
Okay.
So, but if the location carries it, we will do it. Okay. We did a development about 2 years ago in Ebutemeta, and we sold each of the flats for 20 million. The flats are going for about 35 million now. But we could not intervene in providing infrastructure like electricity there.
Right.
So each of the tenants has their own generator, and that suits them. If we dare put up a 500 kVA generator, they will be paying nothing less than 1 to 2 million service charge. They will say, it's too much. So, but if you are in a Ikeja GRA, in high-blown area where the rents, for example, the rent in the Ikeja GRA at the moment is between 3.5 and 6 million for a detached or a flat. Per year. In the Butemeta, it's about 1.5 million. In the Ikorodu, it's 350,000. So you can see, so you need to provide those infrastructure, but they are all in a secure environment.
Why the people in the UK?
Well, like I said, we want to encourage them back to Nigeria. That is the main thing. Come and invest. Come and make money through investment. So if you look at historical in-house prices in Nigeria, you will see an upward trend. Yes, you may also argue that, okay, if I invest £100,000 in Nigeria in a property and exchange rate moves against me, what then happens in terms of plus and minus? But there's one thing I can always say to you, that if you look, let me give you one example that I know very, very well. Ikeja GRA, when I arrived 2007, an acre was going for about 200 million.
Right. Just an acre?
An acre, that is about 6 plots.
Yes.
Now, in Ikeja GRA today, an acre is going for about 800 million. So you now say to you,
Wow.
look at the devaluation in the Naira over this period of 10, 12 years.
Yes.
Say, for example, you took that money then, and now the Naira hasn't depreciated that in terms of 2 to 3 to 400%. No. All I can see is on average maybe 150% down. So between then and now, yes. Because you're talking, around that time we were talking about 150, 170.
Now it's about 3
3 something. So you can see in terms of, I will have lost money. No. No. You will have gained more in Nigeria. So let me explain further what I'm saying. In 2007, you will have needed about £1 million. About £1 million, yeah.
Okay.
So say the exchange rate around that time was about 150, 170. You will have needed, I think, no, the exchange rate to the pound was close to 200.
Yeah.
So you'll have needed about £1 million to buy that acre. So if you are in Nigeria today, you sell that 800 million now, that's almost about 1.6, 1.7 million.
Yeah.
So you can see what basically I'm trying to say. Over that period of time, you will gain.
You're talking about 2 years plan. When does this 2 year actually start? Does it start now, or is it a date that you have in the future?
Well, you need to decide which of the developments that you're talking about. Some of them we have started, some of them we have not started, but each of them has a completion date.
Right.
And on average, I think the completion date for the one that we're, let me give you one example. There is a development we're going to start 1st of September in Ikeja. It's off Awolowo Road. We call it Suru Ekuakete Estate.
Right.
Off Awolowo Road. This place is called, if you know Lagos very well, it's called, there's an event center called Times Square.
Okay.
The land is just next door.
Yes, yes.
So we're going to build a massive estate there. We are starting on 1st of September.
2019.
Yes, that development is going to take us exactly 18 months.
Okay.
So you key into it, what we're saying is that before you finish paying in 2 years, you already moved in. Some estates, for example, inside the Ikeja GRA, we have basically taken it back, we're refurbishing it. That is just a 1 or 2 month project. So it's there already.
Okay.
So it depends on which one you're talking about.
Okay, so let's talk legal terminology now. So, for example, I know you've talked about, if someone defaults or whatever. Do you have like an insurance policy in place? For example, if something happens along the way, who does that property now go to? Does it go back to next of kin, for example? What happens when the person is not? Because you never know, man. 2 years is 2 years, and we pray we all live long. Well, you just don't know, do you?
Well, the Nigerian legal system is clear.
Okay.
In terms of...
It's clear to you, but
yes,
not to people who...
Yes, it's clear in the sense that if you have a will,
right,
whoever you have defined as your beneficiary will inherit.
Okay.
If you don't,
what is the process? Because that's the problem, It can be written on paper, black and white, but in reality, is it headache free? You're laughing,
you are trying to drag me into an area that I'm not a specialist, but I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to say that, hold on, there are the people in the village who could just arrive and says that this property we're taking it. But what I'm saying is that if you have a will, anybody can come from the village. The will will stand the test of time.
Exactly what it is.
So I have a will, and I have identified that if I die, this is my property. This is what it goes to. Now, in the event that I die and I have property that I have not specified in my will, then there is a problem. But the legal system also creates a provision for it. So you apply to a court and you try and get what is called a letter of administration.
Okay.
I.e., my estate people will go and do that. Okay. So they will introduce that property and then allocate it to whoever they want, the administrator wants to allocate it to. By that time, I'll be with Jesus. So
so
But what I'm trying to say is that there is a legal framework
Yeah.
of dealing with
Do you
things like
understand why
that.
I'm asking this question? Because somebody who just come from, who's watching this right now and say that, oh, okay, I've been thinking of this move for a
Yes.
while, and this is an opportunity for me to key into this, but maybe might not have thought of this
Yeah, so
inevitables.
even a lawyer in the United Kingdom here will advise you, once you start owning property, do a will.
Okay, so do you?
That clarify. If you don't have a will in this country, also,
Yeah, it still goes into.
it's possible that the Queen will inherit it.
Yeah.
Yes, and what most people do is that you can do a will whereby you put your lawyer as one of the trustee, you put one of your trusted person in your family. You can also go to your bank, put the name of your bank manager, find people that are not. You understand me? Yes, but don't forget also our DNA in Nigeria. We need to refashion it. You understand me? Because when money is on the table,
everybody.
Yes. So that's my own advice.
Last questions. Supposing I just want to buy land and build it for myself, what is the process? Is this the same process?
Yes. We.
I don't want to buy the home that you're building. I just want my own land.
Yes.
Anywhere in Nigeria or specific area?
We buy land in some specific area of Lagos, and then we cut it into small pieces and we sell.
Okay, thoughts.
Yes, so I don't go to Ikorodu and buy land to sell. I don't do that in those areas. I buy land in those areas to do low-cost housing. Okay. In the Ikeja GRA, we will buy 10 acres and we will cut it into 500 square meters. So you come to us, we'll give you a list of our land available. You choose, we'll sell to you. So, for example, if you go onto our website now, go and look at our brochure.
What is the website anyway?
Suruhome.com.
Okay.
Go and look at our brochure for this upcoming roadshow. In the last 3 pages at the back, you will see a list of land that we have to sell.
Okay.
So look at it and let us know. We one of the things about us also, when you are asking for what is the guarantee, we have 2 ladies that works for us here in the UK as our representative.
Right.
So they're here on ground.
Okay.
You can go and visit them.
Okay.
In fact, one of them is well known. It's a lady called Dupe. She runs a company called BNS. She does promotion.
Okay.
She's one of our UK rep.
Right.
And then my sister Yinka Olawore is also here.
Okay.
So those are our 2 agents, trusted agents. So you can go and drag them if there's any problem.
Well, thank you. But any last words?
Well, all I just want to say to people is we want them to be a part of this roadshow, which I said at the beginning, one in Manchester, one in London. The Manchester one, which is for the 14th of August, will be taking place at the Doubletree by Hilton in Manchester and is on 1 Piccadilly, Manchester. Time 17:30 to 2000 hours, which is 5 o'clock to 5:30 to 8 o'clock. The next one will be in London, which is on the 15th, which you are welcome to come. That will be taking place at Hilton London Olympia, which is at number 380 Kensington High Street in London, again from 5:30 to 8 p.m. You are welcome to come and join us. And if you are confused about what I've just said, go online, check our website, suruhome.com, where you will find my number, you'll find our UK agent number, and any question, email, text us. But I will be live on this two-day to answer questions with all our representatives. So come buy with us, come invest with us, and you are welcome to Nigeria. Don't be shy. Nigeria is not all that bad. I'm from Nigeria. Look how I'm looking. Nice? Aha. So you're welcome. Thank you.
There's no place like home.
Oh, yes.
So if you do want to attend any of this roadshow, please do come and ask any questions that you are maybe still thinking about, and I'm sure all will be assured you on that day. So this is Phoebe Dadu reporting for Ben TV Thank you so much for watching. See you.